hybrid VR games, a Wolfman Barber, and the world's largest Starbucks. In this issue, we're bringing you a place where you can find some interesting hybrid VR games, a man's man of a barbershop, a historic temple with a view, and the world's largest Starbucks. Let's get into this. Experience hybrid VR games and games at Sega Joypolis in Odaiba. Now, what is Tokyo's Joypolis? It's an indoor theme park or arcade where everyone can let their inner kid run free. A Sega arcade, family fun center with 3 floors of virtual reality attractions, rides, and video games. Now, if you're following along in this guide, if you're on our site right now following along, there's a link right here where you can actually buy tickets here online and save 8%. Plus, you get to walk right in when you arrive, no wasting time buying tickets. Now, you can run around, play laser tag, eat junk food, race around in spaceships, or ride a roller coaster, all kinds of indoor and outdoor activity. There's so much to do here, and there's something for all ages and adults alike. Here are a few highlights of what they offer. First floor, they have a Gekion live roller coaster. It's basically kind of this thing you sit in, ride around, and you have a little game you can play at the same time. There is a half pipe Tokyo ride where you kind of sort of get on this skateboardy kind of half pipe ride where you kind of go back and forth and you try and do little twists and things. It's pretty cool. Spicy Taxi and Pirate's Plunder are little rides for kids. Up on the second floor, you've got things like Tower Tag or Storm G, Transformers Human Alliance. There's even these really cool virtual sort of roller coaster experiences where you get in the car and it kind of takes you into this dark room, brings up a giant screen projection of the scenery, and the car you're in kind of vibrates and shifts to make it feel like you're actually on a roller coaster type of experience. It's really fun, and it's one of my favorite things to do when I'm down in Odaiba. So while Sega Joypolis has several locations, many have closed. This one in Odaiba is still there, and Odaiba is a human-made island in Tokyo Bay that has Tokyo Beach. I'm throwing air quotes here that you can't see, but Tokyo Beach and a great view of Rainbow Bridge, bringing you not only interesting arcade games, but fantastic photo opportunities as well. Plus, there is a really famous hot spring nearby where you can relax after some grueling half pipe on that Tokyo ride, right? Number 2, get your haircut and beard trimmed at the Wolfman Barbershop in Shibuya. Now, Japan may not be on your list of places to visit for a haircut and a beard trim, but the Wolfman Barbershop in Shibuya is famous for its suave style, leather, and beards. It's a quality barbershop with vintage barber paraphernalia and a passion for a modern, slick hairstyle, depending on your hair type, of course. It doesn't matter if you need a haircut or not. You need to check this place out. When you walk in the door, it's like walking into a scene from The Great Gatsby with vintage layback barber chairs, complete with footrests, intricate chrome details, and leather seats. I half expect it, to kind of be a secret for a secret speakeasy or something. The male staff is dressed in herringbone patterned pants, rolled up long sleeve white shirts that showcase their tattoos, suspenders, and flat linen cap. They take their time and they do things right, staying true to that real shave, using a straight blade. The owner specializes in his handlebar mustache, sporting one himself. It's such a cool place. Definitely worth checking out Shibuya. Number 3, learn about the Cheeky Tanuki at the Chingo-do Temple in Asakusa. In Tokyo's heart is a relatively unknown temple, Asakusa's Chingo-do Temple, which is actually part of Sensoji, the famous temple. Still, it has a separate entrance, and so many will miss it. You'll just walk right past it, not even realizing that it's its own cool thing, and it has some tribute to the Tanuki, which is a fun, merry, raccoon-like Japanese folklore character said to protect against fire and theft. This is why restaurants and homeowners will often put a little statue of them out in front of their place to act as protection and good fortune. Tanuki are famous in Japanese culture, and you'll find references to them in movies, anime, design, art, even various restaurants around Tokyo. There's even yokai, which is like a spirit or a demon type character, a little folklore thing, such as Bake Tanuki, which is a supernatural Tanuki spirit. Some say that has the ability to shapeshift, like kind of kitsune or fox. Especially in the Sensoji area, you'll find Tanuki decorating the area from Nakamise Shopping Street to the Sumida River, and of course, the famous I always mess up his name. Ghibli Studio, including Tanuki in their anime, such as the famous Honpoko. Next, pay your respects at the Grand Zozoji Temple in Minato. The Zozoji Temple is one of the grand temples in the area nearby Tokyo Tower and inside of Shiba Park, with an incredible 21-meter-tall, I'm going to totally massacre this name, but it's called Sangandetsumon Gate. Sange Datsumon Gate. And actually, it is this gate, which is the only remaining original structure. It turns out that much of this by fire and war and other natural disasters, and it has been rebuilt. It enshrines the god of children, so you can find many little small statues giving homage. It has some great, fantastic photo opportunities here with ancient Japanese architecture with Tokyo Tower in the backdrop. It's pretty cool. While you're here, you can also check out a statue of Princess Kazanomiya, who was a very interesting part of the history of the Tokugawa shogunate. In fact, Ieyasu, the shogun of Japan, selected this location temple as the mausoleum of the Tokugawa shoguns, where several of them rest. Now, don't forget to check out the small museum in the basement while you're there at the temple, where you can see what Zozoji Temple used to look like before it was destroyed. And they have this model of all the buildings at 1/10 scale. Overall, the temple has a fantastic vibe and brings back some of the histories of the area, and it's an excellent break from the amazing views and the delicious food in the area to give you a kind of sense of nostalgia for what life might have been like back then. And you may find that Zozoji Temple is not as crowded as something like Sensoji is in Asakusa. So maybe if you're looking for a more comfortable temple experience, you should check this out. And fun fact, you may recognize this from the Wolverine movie where it was the backdrop for a funeral scene. Number 5 and the final piece in this issue, caffeinate yourself at the Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Tokyo. Now, the Nakameguro area is home to the world's largest Starbucks. Yeah, who would have thought Japan would be home to the largest Starbucks in the world? With floors of interesting things to see and unique collectibles to buy. If you love coffee, and especially Starbucks coffee, then you're going to love this place. And check out the unique Japanese-only Tokyo Roast while you're there. It's classy. It's classy and has a fantastic atmosphere, a great location, tons of space, and incredible architecture, which was designed by Kengo Kuma. And you can see how the coffee is made. And did I mention the Nakameguro area is amazing, especially in cherry blossom season, where they've got just easy show, this little... It's famous photo opportunity place where there are lots of cherry blossoms over a sort of man-made river. Perfect. Also, if you're following along in this section in this particular issue, we're experimenting with a new idea of bringing you quotes from several sources to help give you more places to look at more information about the Starbucks Reserve Roastery in Tokyo. You know, you can kind of think of it as us doing your homework for you. You just have to read it to learn it. So here are a few quotes. Experience the bean to cup journey and enjoy roastery created espresso drinks and signature creations created with the art and science of captivating brewing methods. That's from the Starbucks Reserve site themselves. The roasteries, usually tens of thousands of square feet, are often described as a theme park experience, including coffee bars with tastings, cocktail bars, areas to observe the roasting and brewing processes, areas to purchase food, and local artwork throughout. That's from Sora News 24 brings on the 3rd floor of the Riviamo bar, which greets customers with a Tokyo coffee card wall. This display is made up of 5,000 cards designed for Starbucks Reserve Roast coffee regions and is where you find 2 giant clacker bowls. Situated in Nakameguro area of Tokyo, the Reserve Roastery's design is inspired by the cherry blossoms that line the Meguro River from Hypebeast. And Medium.com, interesting enough for me, they're not only selling Starbucks regular merchandise like tumblers and mugs, but also collaboration merchandise with Japanese local brands, like a notebook from Traveler's Factory. It's very good information, and if you were interested in the Starbucks Reserve Roastery, I have a link to even more information that we've written about this place. And that does it for this issue of Tokyo Spark. And if you're not subscribed already, please do. We deliver these to our subscribers on a semi-sometimes basis, which basically means that as we feel like we've got enough good, useful information for you, we'll send it. Usually once or twice a week, and no spam, guaranteed, I promise. We just deliver interesting things that we think that you'd enjoy about Tokyo. And until I see you again in the next issue or next guide or whatever it is we create, take care.